Hey Leos, how's it going? Thank you so much for joining me today on my channel. You guys knocked it out of the park for the monthly videos that I posted. We got the most views from Leos, so thank you guys so much. I appreciate all your love and support and good vibes. So we're going to do a random intuitive read for you guys today. General messages, you're not all going to resonate with them. So do check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. What else do you need to know? Everything, all the descriptions, the cards, and all that is going to be in the comment box below. And yeah, this is just an intuitive read. It's not necessarily dictated on love or money or finance. We'll just see what we get and go from there. Wow, you got poppers already. All right, so we'll see what we can get for Leo. There's a pause in action. There's a pause in your working. You may have been working for a very long time, but all of a sudden there's something coming in that's giving you pause. You may have found out in a relationship that somebody isn't as committed as you once thought they were. And it's shaking your foundation. It kind of has brought you to your knees, kind of in confusion, not desperation, but kind of just completely dumbfounded. You weren't expecting it. Again, like you were so involved in the process and the day-to-day of whatever it was you were doing that maybe this relationship fell to the wayside. And now I'm getting that there's masks are coming off, like truth is being revealed. And yeah, the foundation has been shaken. Ooh, and there's a lot of heartbreak. You have the Three of Swords. It feels like somebody stabbed you in the back. I'm definitely getting blindsided. And yeah, maybe a little bit of desperation. There is this idea of someone being brought down to their knees and like praying to spirit, praying to the universe that this person comes back into your life, or that something or someone can help you heal from this. So this could be your energy, Leo, but it could also be your partner. It also could just be a secret that somebody was keeping from you if it was in your family. I don't know why this came through, but I got like a weird diagnosis of like, you know, a very serious medical condition or medical issue. Again, for some of you, not all of you. And I don't think it's you, though. I think it's somebody telling you, like, this disease or this condition has actually been a part of my life for several months now, or it's like they've known for a very long time, but they're only just telling you, and you're just, completely blindsided. Huge amount of pain and shock, and just desperation, like hope for healing. It's very like spiritual, like praying to God or the universe or something to come in and fix this situation, to help find hope, to gather strength to get through this. It feels relationshipy in that there's two parties involved, but like I said, if it isn't romance, it has to do with that secret that I don't know if it's tearing the relationship apart. But there's heartbreak there with the Three of Swords, or severe loss, depression maybe. The foundation is no longer stable. It feels like things are going up in flames. So whatever this is, it's going to require action. It's going to require a decision on how to move forward. But action needs to be taken. It may have to do with an Aquarius. Only I'm saying that because of the star. Doesn't have to be. Yeah, someone is going to have to step in and be the brave one. I got the King of Wands here, and that's your energy, Leo. So again, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But there's a need here for someone to be the superhero, for someone to come in and not save the day, especially if this does have to do with like a medical illness, but be there for the partner who's clearly, you know, needs some assistance, needs some help, isn't doing too well. And if this is more relationship-esque, if secrets were revealed, heartbreak, Yeah, it's almost like if that's the case, if your fiance or your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, revealed a secret more about the relationship, and that, yeah, something that could shake the foundation of the relationship, I feel like you're the one, as I said, who was probably blindsided. And so in that case, this is more your energy, Leo. Like, you've passed out in this person's arms, but there was something going on in the background. There's just like a more sinister look about them. Now, I say sinister, but it's not that this person really meant to hurt you. I think it's one of those things where the secrets just got built up more and more and more, and then when it finally came out, like, it hit you really hard, like it was like an explosion, like that fire behind you there. So that's one story, and then, like I said, there's this other one of like it just, I don't know, it feels like bad news about illness. Something about the healing card. There's prayers of things to heal, of things to get better. And especially I love this depiction of the Two of Wands with like the Ouija board and the two candles. It's so great. And even the moon, there's a need for communication on what path to take. And again, if there's healing involved and you're praying to something or someone to step in and offer you guidance or wisdom, there's communication with something greater than who's involved in this party. Now, on a very, very basic level, this could be, you calling your mom seeking guidance, but as I was saying, it does feel more spiritual. It feels bigger than that. What else can we get for Leo for this spread? What else do we have for Leo? Wow, you had a lot come out there. There is some avoidance to see the truth, to accept what's being presented in front of you. You're being very defensive about acknowledging what's been presented to you. But you do have the sun coming up, which is very much your energy as well, Leo. I think you need to take some time and like meditate and think on this, gather your strength. If this is health related, I don't think it's for you. Again, I'm thinking it's for somebody else. There is a sense of like, take hope, like this isn't the end, like the story is still going to continue, but there is going to be a break in the action. Like somebody might be in the hospital for a few weeks or something. You might be bringing them flowers. But yeah, your hopes, your prayers, they're being heard by the universe. They understand that this person means a lot to you. Again, if this is leaning more towards that side of the story. If a member of the family has passed recently, you're putting graves on their flowers. You're also having really beautiful flashbacks or even dreams of this person, and it feels really warm and lovely, like you're connecting with them on a more spiritual level. I'm not at all like predicting that. I think that if you would know if that was your situation already, if that makes sense. But same with this thing about like the ex or not necessarily the ex, but the potential romantic partner who's revealing secrets. You're having dreams about them, and so maybe what they presented with you originally, there was this temptation, use that word lightly, to cut it off or to take a break from each other. to find strength as you're asking how you're going to get through this, but you're having dreams about this person, but you're seeing them in a really lovely light. So I think in your subconscious anyway, you don't actually want to split from this person. You want to do the work. You want to heal through it. You want to shine some light, right, with the sun, and yeah, offer this like healing energy so things can bloom and grow between you guys again. Lots of flowers and seeds and blooming here. I don't know if your person feels the same, though. I do have to say that. They're coming off with King of Swords energy, and it feels very... It feels cold and a little bit strategic, like playing pieces on a chessboard, like playing you a little bit, essentially. But you're not seeing it that way. I think you see this person as really lovely and kind and a beautiful energy. But yeah, they might be a little bit two-faced, Leo. I would just be careful with that. And we just had this card for Scorpio too, though. I think if this is romantic and somebody kind of, you know, I'm just getting like vomited up all the secrets that they've been hiding and you're just completely, you know, shocked. There's an avoidance of dealing with the situation, but once you do, I don't think you go back to them. I think your passions lead you elsewhere. It's like things are a little bit screwed up and you're having to like kind of metaphorically walk through the dark forest, but something else is guiding you, something else is leading you towards happier times. And so this person is going to be surprised that you don't stick with them. Like with this, if the more masculine energy is your person, and like, you know, you've just the way it's illustrated, it's like you fainted once you've heard this news, this big reveal of secrets. It's almost like this person isn't taking it seriously. Like, oh, there's Leo being a drama queen. It's like they knew they had to tell you eventually, and they knew that you were going to make a big thing of it, but I think they always thought that you guys were going to be able to move on from it. I have to make sure, sorry. Okay. And I am getting two very different messages. So if we're going along with the story of potentially having lost a loved one and having really nice dreams about them, potentially like planting flowers at their grave, there's something to do with collecting personal possessions of theirs. It might be at the hospital, like... if so, it would be small things that they would have had on them. So like their wallet, like a trinket they kept in their pocket, a keychain, this or that. And it's very heartwarming and sentimental to you. And yeah, it's like you have a token of them, and there's like a really lovely, warm feeling. Again, there's like this connection. I'm sort of getting that with this Ouija board too. It's like they're connecting with you from like another dimension. And so if, again, I'm not predicting death at all here, just to be extremely clear about that, if this was the case, it's like you're looking back at the person in your life who may have passed, and you're, what is the expression? Connecting the dots, putting the pieces of the puzzle together, where you actually are now realizing that maybe they had been sick for a long time. But they weren't sharing it with you. But yeah, it's like you're holding these things and looking back and being very sentimental, looking back on the friendship, the relationship. And yeah, it's like little, what is the expression? It's like something is coming apart. Like the picture, is it the picture, something they wove? It's like, it's starting to show holes in the story, I guess, for lack of a better expression. You're able to look back and see with more clarity that something was going something was happening kind of on the sidelines or in the background, and you just didn't realize it. And like it's only been illuminated to you now. I will say though, if there is like these memories, the sentimentality of thinking of one who's passed, it actually feels like a really nurturing, kind energy. It's like bathed in sunlight. Now, like I said, this could just be visiting someone in the hospital. It doesn't have to be as severe as losing a loved one, but it feels very sentimental and nice. Like you're still able to connect with them in a different realm. And there is a lot of that energy on this board. So if it isn't a recent loss, it's almost like you've only recently connected with the idea. Like perhaps you're recuperating from a relationship that kind of broke your heart, and you've suddenly gotten in tune with your spirit guides or your guardian angels, or like a past family member that watches over you, and all of a sudden it's like you're really tapping into that really lovely, loving, protective energy. Wow, okay. So you had 2 10s come out. The 10 of Wands in reverse, so finally letting go of burdens. Especially if this is relationship-y, all this fire has to do with someone who burned you. I mean, literally, right, with the fire, but it's like someone who yeah, they screwed you over a little bit. The energy relationship-wise doesn't feel great. I just gotta say. Just gotta say it. But yeah, again, this works for both stories. Once you're able to release the burden, so of course, if you had lost a loved one in the past, that is, extremely significant. It takes a toll on you emotionally, physically. It can literally change you, right? If someone very close to you, it changes your life when you lose them. And dealing with that pain, it never goes away. It's a very heavy burden, but it's like somehow you find a way to cope. 10 of Wands reverse with the 10 of Cups. There's happiness here. There's a lot of healing. It definitely speaks to channeling not only your intuition, but spirituality. It's like dealing with or using spirituality to cope with the terrible loss, with the terrible burden. And again, if it's more relationship oriented, relieving that burden of this relationship that didn't serve you any longer, which is going to take time, right? 10s are over a long course of time. You do find happiness later on. It's like this was divinely guided. This relationship was meant to be split or severed. Yeah. So bottom of your deck is 8 of Swords. This actually came out in your pre-shuffle I did before the camera was on. So this energy came out again. So feeling trapped, feeling constrained, but it's all within your head. If you were to take off the blindfold and see, you can step right out. You can loosen these ropes that are tied around you and step out of this mental entrapment, right? And that's sort of what this was, of not wanting to face the truth. Not wanting to accept what's being presented in front of you, some secret, some burden, some sadness. Sure, it's easier to not deal with it, but eventually that's what happens. This 10 of Wands energy, it just weighs on you. So it's almost like you need to go out, step out into the sun and heal yourself. Because right now you're in moon energy. Things aren't clear. There's lousy energy with the 8 of Swords. You want to be able to like clear yourself out of that. But I mean, it's really great because your spread ends with the 10 of Cups. So there's happiness ahead. There's lightness. There's better times. There's new friendships. There's new relationships. And yeah, this even feels like somebody looking down, watching you, Leo, like someone who has passed. They're seeing you and, your future partner, your friends, whatever, having a good time. And like they still got you. It could be your parents, if you had lost your parents in the past. It could be grandparents. It could be one, the other. What card can we get for Leo to go along with this spread? What moon card can we get for Leo to go along with this spread, please? It's the one. Your commitment is being tested, the first quarter moon. Yeah, I think your commitment is being tested in terms of how long do you want to hold on to this burden? How much are you committed to staying in this Three of Swords energy, to not making a decision, avoidance really? How committed are you to not seeking a better life? This is what lies ahead of you, but there's such a resistance to move on from this negative energy of the past. And I am not at all like preaching. Like, when you go through a difficult time, you cannot rush the healing process. That's just something you naturally have to go through. And it's icky and it sucks. And everybody around you is going to be like, oh, you're not over that yet. If it's more relationship, they shouldn't be saying that if you're dealing with the death of a loved one. But yeah, it's like, everybody is going to be impatient for you to get over a shitty relationship, but you need to disregard all that kind of outside energy because you need to heal in your own time, and you'll know when that's right for you, Leo. But yeah, commitment being tested of how long are you willing to hold on to this burden? When are you going to let go and embrace like new love, new relationships, new lighthearted energy? This was the card I was getting when I was talking about dreams too. There's like a lovely energy of dreams. Maybe you're dreaming of your future soulmate for some of you. We'll pull one of these cards and we will wrap it up for Leo. What message or guidance card can we get for Leo that goes along with this spread, please? What can we get for Leo? For Leo, please. What can we get for Leo? Truth. When everything is done as an offering, even the act of speaking, you get shown when to talk and when to be silent. Your words come from silence, not fear. You do the talking, dear Lord. Take me over and speak through me. So I think these cards are just really beautiful. I like how they're illustrated with the flowers and the birds. And I think this speaks to knowing your inner truth. I keep going back to these blindfolds, listening to your own truth, how I was just saying about there may be outside opinions of when is the proper time to heal, or even if you are dealing with, the loss of somebody, it's like, people are going to say, well, go get back out there, go do this, participate in a club, this and that. And you know what's right for you, Leo. And I mean, you're Leo the lion, you're fiery, you can be headstrong, but in a really beautiful way. So you know what's going to ignite your passion again, but I think you also know when it is time to heal, right? Your card is strength, the taming of that lion, right? So there's duality in there. You're fierce and fiery, but there's also this really majestic patience and healing. There's a slower quality to how you like the input and the output of what's going on in your life. Anyway, I hope that was helpful for you, Leos. I'm enjoying doing these videos, so I hope you're liking them back. If so, like, share, subscribe if you want to see more. And yeah, thanks for all your support thus far, Leo. I love you, Lions, and I will see you mid-month for more checkups. Bye, guys.